So at this time in my life, I was living in San Francisco, spending my whole bank account on the landlord and the reasonably priced restaurants of San Francisco. And I got to live there for 10 years. And I'm coming closer to the end of this time now. The first song I'm going to sing for you is called Real Girl. There was a movie called The Real Girl, which I understood was quite cute, and I still have never seen it, but somebody mentioned it in a conversation, and that was the trigger for the song, just that word, Real Girl, and it reminded me of somebody that meant a great deal to me, and still means a great deal to me, who protects her privacy. So I don't tell people who this song is about, but this is about a real girl. And I'll just sing it. When I was young, I had 100 girlfriends in my bed, coming to me tenderly from where they lived inside my teenage head. A little later, I discovered just a click away, all the lovers in the world could almost sort of be mine in a way. My computer's off today, 'cause you're a real girl. Don't apologize when your hair is a mess. You're a real girl. I hope you realize I like you best when I know you're a real girl. You take your tea with cream. You're a real girl. You're not a picture in a magazine. The internet has now connected every human being. When it comes to moving day, your 1,000 friends are nowhere to be seen. I gotta say, moving day's my favorite time of all. I get to pick up heavy things and help you hang your pictures on the wall. Doesn't bother me at all, 'cause you're a real girl. Don't apologize when your house is a mess. You're a real girl. I hope you realize I like you best when I know you're a real girl. You take your tea with cream. You're a real girl. You're not a picture in a magazine. You're a real girl. Thank you. The twinkles are nice. That's good. I like it. Yeah, that's been a staple in my shows, my live shows, ever since. It's real good with a live audience. I also, this is next week. I also, after I went to Mexico, I got all inspired and I translated that song into Spanish. That was quite a project, translating a song, because you got to get the words and you got to get the meaning and you got to get the rhymes, and of course then that forces you into different metaphors and it really kind of becomes a new thing. So next week I'll play La Chica Verdadera. Anyway, for this week, who all remembers Proposition 8 in California? Does that ring a bell? Yeah. It was a statewide proposition where the voters got to decide whether to allow the recent court decisions that allowing gay marriage to to persist or not, or whether gay marriage should be illegal in California. And it passed, and for a little while there, before the courts blocked it again, and then it just vanished eventually after a lot of legal wrangling. It was illegal for same-sex to have an official marriage in the state. And I was driving to a gig on the freeway, and I saw a bumper sticker on the car in front of me. And it said, "Did I vote on your marriage?" And that was a chin scratcher. I really got a kick out of that. Yeah. And then the muse grabbed me and said, it said the words to this song. And I said, "No, please, no, don't make me write this song. Go pick Arlo Guthrie or somebody. You know, I'm driving. I'm busy here, and this song is risky." And sure enough, I wrote it. She had her way with me, and I wrote the song, and I've played it many times in public, and I've gotten everything from literal beer stein swinging sing-alongs to stony silence. So I'm looking forward to presenting this song to you. It's called Traditional Marriage. The bumper sticker said, "Did I vote on your marriage?" I laughed and I thought for a while. There's a marriage or two I'd have voted against, and if I had my chance I might do it in style. Ban traditional marriage. In the interest of fairness, we should ban traditional marriage. Why should gay people have it so good? I have an old friend who is happily married. Ask him his secret, he'll say, "Remember how you were when you were still courting, and just keep on acting exactly that way." Well, this got me to thinking, if the best we can do is pretend that we didn't get wed, why not hold the movie, cut to the chase, and just keep on courting instead? Ban traditional marriage. Don't you think it's about time that we ban traditional marriage? Some say it's already a crime. So I'm filing a new proposition, a petition we all can endorse. With a stroke of the pen we can wipe out the number one cause of divorce. Ban traditional marriage. In the interest of fairness, we should ban traditional marriage. Why should gay people have it so good? Why should gay people have it so good? There you go. Thank you. So I ended up being glad I wrote that song, but it was pretty scary in the moment. Like, oh my God, don't make me sing the song, please. Somebody's got to do it. Let's see. What's next? Oh, yeah. This is this next one. I just coined the phrase. Oh my gosh! Hello, Kevin and Jan. Welcome from Mexico. Hi, they're in Guanajuato. That's where they live now. Oh my gosh! Wow, long time no see. Great. Dear friends, Kevin's a big John Prine fan. We sang John Prine together not too many months ago. So, I coined this phrase during a conversation. I was feeling the emotion that it describes, and all of a sudden, I had a name for it, and I called it that, and we all laughed, whoever was in the room. And then it became a song not too awfully long after. Again, I'm still in San Francisco. It's about 2013 now. I like to go out walking the places we knew. The big old oak tree reminds me of you. Oh, I'm sorry, honey. What did you say? I just got thinking, kinda drifted away. I've got premature nostalgia. I miss you today. Premature nostalgia. I like it right here. Premature nostalgia. I miss you, my dear. I know I'm gonna miss you when you're gone. Why can't I miss you while it's still going on? I've got premature nostalgia. I miss you when you're here. Premature nostalgia. I wish we could stay in this golden sunshine at the end of the day. I'm gonna have to miss you, I understand. I might as well miss you while I'm holding your hand. I've got premature nostalgia. I miss you when you're here. Premature nostalgia. I miss you, my dear. Thank you, Pam. Thanks, David. Thank you, Becca. Nice to see you dancing. That's fun. Well, yeah. And then, very soon after I wrote that song, I met Angelisa Aitken. And she started singing harmony with me out of the audience. And I was entranced. And we met in person and we sang together. And I fell pretty hard, both personally and musically. And for the next 8 years, we made music and pretty much lived together, traveled. We wrote a dozen songs together. And we traveled all over and sang, tens of thousands of miles and sang about 300 concerts. I think it was almost, not quite 300 shows, and that was my life. I pretty well threw my energies into that life. I kept my place in San Francisco and went back there for a few months at a time, pretty often, a couple times a year. And so anyway, Premature Nostalgia was one of the first songs that I played for Angelisa, and she liked it, and we worked up a really good version of it. Early in that time, I wrote a song for her, and I don't ever play it in public. I don't recall, maybe once or twice in some group or other. So this song and the next one are two extremely rare songs that I just don't play. And so I'm really glad to bring them to you because I want this collection to be complete and because I like them. This one is a rewrite, or let's just say it's new lyrics, for my song Lisa's Song, which I played some episodes ago. I've been a captain on the ocean, my cowboy song about reincarnation. And there was a certain way that I felt when this relationship and this musical connection started, where I just felt like I was my best self, that it had brought out qualities in me that I really liked. And I felt like all I have to do is just keep feeling like this, and I'm going to be okay. I'm not going to have to do as much thinking. I'm not going to have to work out whether I'm following my North Star or not. I just feel like I'm on the right track. So this song is called The Man I Am With You. I made a solemn resolution as a child of 23 to be a growing tip of Gaia and be the man I'm meant to be. I've screwed this project up 1,000 times, and I have gained a little ground. I never thought I had the answer until the day you came around. Just be the man I am with you, and I know I'll be all right. I can put away the journals and the existential fight when it all gets complicated and I don't know what to do. I'll take a breath and look around me and be the man I am with you. Just be the man I am with you. I don't need divination. I can lay down my I Ching when I feel the way I feel right now. I'm doing the right thing. Just be the man I am with you. I know I'll be okay. It couldn't hurt to see the whole world in this tender-hearted way. When it all gets complicated and I don't know what to do, I'll take a breath and look around me and be the man I am with you. Just be the man I am with you. Be the man I am with you. Just be the man I am. The man I am with you. Thank you. Couple of post-song explanatory notes. That the first verse talks about being a growing tip of Gaia, and Gaia, of course, is the reference to the Gaia hypothesis that Earth's life is a single living organism, and that it's always working towards its own betterment. And I read about that as a young man, and I concluded that whatever I am doing in my life, humans are some very extreme expression of whatever it is that Gaia is up to. Whatever Gaia is trying to do here, if it's conscious or not, is very strongly expressed in humanity. And so I decided that my goal in life, what's my purpose, what's my goal in life, was to express that as fully and strongly as possible. So I've stuck with that. That's been my North Star. The whole lifetime is to try my darndest to be as human as possible and to experience the human experience strongly and deeply and with awareness, and to be as creative as possible, because even looking through the, at the time, recent lens of having been raised a Christian, I thought, if humans were made in God's image, then what is, God, we don't look like God. I'm sure God doesn't look like people, doesn't look like anything, if there is such a being. What do we have in common with God? And I thought, well, creativity. That's a major, if there's anything meant by that statement, it's that that creativity is a human trait that is very close to the Creator, one would think. So anyway, I've devoted my life to being creative and experiencing humanity as strongly as I can manage. And yes, I've screwed the project up 1,000 times. The other little explanatory bit is the I Ching. I refer to the I Ching, which I also referred to in another song. And that's an ancient Chinese divination method, which has eerie results. If you ever decide to practice divination, at the very least, it's a really great way to read your own mind. If you throw the coins and come up with a response that doesn't make sense to you, then at least you know that it doesn't make sense to you, and you get a deeper chance to look into your own decision making and motivations. Well, any questions? Thoughts? Comments? Okay, let's just proceed. I just have one more song for you. Unlike most of my music, I know exactly when I wrote this song. It's another risky one, but not anymore. It's like, hey, you gotta say something. When in 2020, this was November 6th, 2020. It was the day after Joe Biden won the presidential election. And the funniest thing was happening. There were a lot of Republican leaders, top Republicans in Congress and the Senate, who started speaking out, voicing their skepticism about Donald Trump, talking about his falsehoods. And I thought, oh wow, it's like they've woken up. And so I was feeling extremely optimistic that the country was suddenly on the right track. And I know a lot of other people were optimistic, and a lot of other people were disappointed. But this is how I felt on that day, the day after Biden was elected. The song is called "The Spell Has Been Broken." I'm going to use the double capo method because sometimes one is just not enough. This is a good way to get a D chord with a bass string for those guitarists in the audience. I think, John, you've seen me do this. I know Becca has. You put 2 capos on, one all the way across on the 2nd fret, and then you put a second one across the top 5 strings on the 4th fret, and you get a D chord. You can play in the key of D. My guitar's tuned down to D, so it really is D, with a bass note in it. very handy. I'm sorry, but I need just a little tuning adjustment. There it is. All right. The spell has been broken, the magic words said, the people have spoken. Get out of my head. I feel like the groundhog, if the groundhog had fears of seeing his shadow for another 4 years. I blink in the sunshine, I almost believe there will be a springtime. I almost can breathe. They just need attention, my father would say. Ignore all the bullies and they'll go away. The spell has been broken, magic words said, the people have spoken. Get out of my head. The people have spoken. Now get out of my